All right, let's bring in Morgan Hoffman, who joins us as always first in the morning with entertainment. Morgan, good morning to you.
It doesn't matter if they won, Jeff. They just look beautiful.
Exactly. They look good, for sure. So, all right, the latest on the Bennifer divorce. What have you got for us this morning?
Okay, so obviously all eyes are still on this. We can't stop talking about it. So now the latest news is people questioning, did Jane Fonda, of all people, predict this divorce between J-Lo and Ben Affleck? And people are circulating a clip from her documentary. We talked about this 6 months ago. This is that big documentary where she showcased her love story with Ben Affleck. It's called The Greatest Love Story Never Told. She put $20 million of her own money into it. And there's a clip, a conversation between J-Lo and Jane Fonda. We have it here. Take a look and then we'll chat.
However, this is my concern. Like, it feels too much like you're trying to prove something instead of just living it. You know, every other photograph is the two of you kissing, the two of you hugging.
That's us living our life.
Ooh, so very interesting. She's actually kind of... so first of all, I didn't know they were close friends to chat on the phone. Obviously, they appeared in Monster-in-Law together, but I love that they're actually friends in real life. And she's basically saying, hey, I'm worried. We're seeing you very public on red carpets. And then she even goes on to say in that clip, there's that infamous, time where they were together at the Grammys and Ben just looked not happy. So it's really interesting that Jane Fonda was already bringing up concerns months ago.
I remember watching that and going, oh, Jane, look at you. Telling your friend.
Right.
A little insight there. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We all couldn't stop talking about it. And then when the cameras went to them, they kind of perked up. So we all kind of saw this coming, but interesting. Yeah. Jane giving her wisdom.
I feel like we've got like a Hollywood forensic team.
I know.
Every inch
and I'm on
of
it.
Footage.
Don't worry, I'm on it for all of
Morgan
you.
is on it.
Regarding Jen and Ben now, and
my
what
new
did
role.
this mean? Did this foreshadow anything?
I just want you to know I'm not laughing at their demise. I'm actually so devastated this didn't work out. I really wanted this to work out, especially for J-Lo, but here we are.
Yeah, I think, we mentioned earlier this week when the news broke, a lot of us were really rooting for them, right?
Man.
Yeah. All right, Drew Barrymore also making news this morning. She's explaining why she likes to get up close and personal with the guests on her show.
I mean, she just has such a vibe about her. I remember when this first came out, this was her style. And her whole style was getting up close and personal. And people criticized it at first. I remember they were like, I don't know if this is something she can pull off. She's an actress. And it turns out everybody can't get enough of this. But if you do see clips, it's fascinating. You can't stop watching. She's so close. She touches their hands, touches their legs. And so it's just something that's very personal to her. She's always on the couch with her shoes off. And it's really funny. I lived with somebody years ago who's a producer on her show right now. And he said, it doesn't matter how you prep her, what questions you tell her to ask, she's going to do what she does. And so this is just something she's just created for herself, and now we can't get enough of it.
Well, I thought she said she was going to now maybe this season try and hold back, restrain herself.
I don't believe it.
And she can't. She won't be able to.
It's just who she is, and it just makes me love her even more to know that everything she does, this is all her. Like, it's all her own doing. It's all her own vibe.
Sure.
So I love that about her.
All right. We have to talk about the fall lineup for Corus here.
Yes.
Because it's always an exciting time of great shows.
Yes, and I'm such a huge fan of Showcase. They always have unique shows on. So let's talk Day of the Jackal. This is really exciting. Do you guys remember the 1997 movie The Jackal with Bruce Willis and Richard Gere? So this is a TV version of that same story starring Eddie Redmayne and Lashana Lynch. And Eddie Redmayne plays a assassin, and it's up to Lashana Lynch to try to hunt him down. So I'm very excited for this. Then we have Fight Night, the $1 Million Heist. So this is actually having its Canadian premiere. Huge cast: Kevin Hart, Samuel L. Jackson, Taraji P. Henson. It's actually based on the I Heart True Crime podcast. And I actually didn't know a whole lot about this, but it's the whole story of the infamous armed robbery that took place during Muhammad Ali's historic comeback in 1970. So that's going to be a lot to unveil there. That's airing in September. We have Hysteria with Julie Bowen, who we all know and love from Modern Family. This is described as a pop horror thriller. It takes place in the 1980s. There's some supernatural elements going on. But listen, if you're a geek like me and you like horror, Bruce Campbell, who we all know and love from the Evil Dead franchise, he's going to be making an appearance in this. And when we're talking about Corus, we have to talk about the W Network. So we have Outlander for you, woo! Carolyn. Part 2 of season 7 is coming in November, and they're celebrating their 10th anniversary. And then my personal favorite is the Hallmark channel. Hallmark Countdown to Christmas is coming back bigger and better than ever. It's going to start in October. But if you're a huge fan like me, fall into love. These are the new 6 new movies coming for the fall season. That's going to start airing September 7th.
All right. Lots of good stuff on the horizon. Morgan, thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, you too.